Okay, gonna do coffee roasting live today, and of course my camera died on me again. I don't know what's going on with this camera. It's really, but I'm gonna fix something real quick. If that camera's not gonna work for me, I think. Oh, I can't use another camera. Oh. Well, there, now it started working. So we're gonna go with that. So just doing a rushed coffee roast here. I have to roast coffee, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. But I have a bunch of people coming over in like an hour. So if this isn't a test to see how quick we can get this done, I don't know what is. So this is my first, I don't know what's going on with this camera. I'll just do it over here. Let me just get this coffee going. Load this up here. So like always, busy weekend. Trying to get more stuff done than I know what to do myself with. But I gotta roast coffee, so I gotta roast coffee. So here we go. I don't even have the roaster plugged in yet. Closed, ready, going. So this is gonna be another quick one. Because, like I said, I got a bunch of people coming over. It's my oldest son's birthday. We're cooking dinner for him tonight, having some family over. So I'm going to crank this flame up like I did last time, and I'm going to go with it here. Okay, so I think I found out what was wrong with my thermometer last time. The wire was bent up. Seems when it when it's turning, it was turning and, I don't know, turning up the... Anyways, so here's what we're roasting today. This is Ethiopia. And get you a view. I just got this batch of Sweet Marias in on Wednesday. Part of my subscription. I was actually out, and this came just in time. So this says for a city roast, good pour over. It's fragrant florals, delicate tea-like flavors, high-toned accents, hints of fruit, and syrupy sweetness is carried out through the cup. That's with the city to dark. So that's kind of what we're doing today. We're going to do a medium to dark. Then my other one here, shout out to my guy that commented he likes the Kenya. So we got some Kenya right here. Let's see what this flavor is going to be like. See how well they mix together. This is okay, so this is light roast. Don't care about light roast, we're not doing that. So for city to full, it's going to bring in some more date syrup, mulled cider, tangerine melon, and clove tea. City to... So these two should go together pretty good. It's probably going to have a sweeter, fruitier flavor to it. I'm not really... I don't really... Every now and then I pick up those hints of what they're talking about. But for the most part, I really don't. All right, so I'm sorry for my camera that keeps going out. I don't know why. So we're just gonna have to go with what we have for right now. But I am gonna go in and fix this other camera. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm doing what I told everybody you shouldn't do. You should never walk away from your roast, but I'm trying to hook you guys up with some photographic clarity here. So I don't know what's up with this camera. This one camera, it just keeps dying on me. I really don't get it. So can't see the temperature. I apologize. I was having problems with it on my other stream I did earlier. I mean, I noticed it's still going here. So just... I was just trying to get some of the bags back into the view there, see how long these cameras last. Anyways, you know, I talk about Sweet Marias and their subscription because I really like it. It works really well for me because I forget that I ran out of coffee I do have some extra batches of green beans that I have on hand for if I ever just run out, but it basically comes in just in time for my roast, because I go through 8 pounds every 2 months, and that's what I get. I get 8-pound shipment every 2 months from Sweet Maria's. So thank God for Sweet Maria's and their subscription. I get busy and I forget to order things a lot with all different kinds of things. So I got to get my fan going. My fan's going. This is going. Got my gloves going. Yep. Camera went out again. Okay. Well, I apologize. I wish I could figure out why this camera won't stay connected, but it just won't. Anyways, I got my 2 pounds in. We are at 279 degrees. I'm just going to try to restart this camera real quick and see if that does it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I talk about and show everybody my roasting live, just because I'm just trying to capture some people that are maybe looking for something that maybe they want to get into, or something they may want to try themselves at home. Let's see, so this one here is a little off. Let's see if we can get that one into view. You know, doing this coffee roasting is really quick. You're going to see here, we're already at 304 degrees. I'm going to do my best to keep this camera going so you can see the temperature and follow along with me here, because you know we're looking for 400 degrees. At 400 degrees, I got to stop talking and I got to start paying attention to the roast, because that's the point where things are going to start happening. We're going to be listening for the cracking of the beans, and that's basically where the moisture in the bean is basically turned into steam, and it's like popcorn, making it pop. And so I was feeling this thermometer's gonna piss me off again. Okay, I see the camera went out again. So I know how to fix this right quick, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. And if I just keep doing that, it'll keep coming on. So let me push this over a little bit. It's not quite over the burner very well. So this is a great hobby to get into. Something you can do in your garage, out in your backyard. I do it in my garage when it rains, because you know I live in Western Washington. It rains a lot here. In fact, it was raining yesterday, but I managed to get some things done yesterday so I could do all this today. Like I said, I have a bunch of people coming over for dinner tonight, and they're all going to start showing up in about an hour, about 3:30. It's what, 2:30 right now. So, and I still got to go to the store and I got to pick up some prescriptions. So, kind of under the gun here. It looks like this camera just, man, I wish I could figure this out. I don't understand. It's never done this before. It's always worked fine. Anyways, so if the thermometer's not working that well for me, you know what? I'll just, let me see here. Okay, that's really going to screw things up. So there probably goes the, maybe that'll work. I'll see if I can fix that, but you know what? I'm going to put this other probe in. I'm going to see if I can get this to work. We're starting to run out of time here because the temperature is starting to get up there. So let me just turn this on. Let's see how well this works. So I mean, I could do it by sight and smell too. You know, temperature is not so important for me. Ever since I got this new probe, I've just been having problems with this new thermocouple wire. I've been having problems with the wire staying down in the beams. This one's not working out for me either. So we're starting to get some cracking right now, and that's kind of what we're looking for, is the cracking noise. First crack is a sign that we're generally about 400 degrees. And then once we start getting to the second crack, where we're going to get a really rapid, fast cracking of the bean, we're going to know it's getting close to time. Yeah, this is not working for me. I really just want one of these to work. So I'm just watching the color of the bean here in the roaster, and I can smell the flavor, not the flavor, but I can smell the doneness of the bean starting to creep up. And a lot of this, after you've done this for a while, you can do a lot of this by sight and smell. You can look at the bean and see what's going on, and then you can use the smell, but also the sound. The sound of the cracking of the bean is really important. When you get a really fast, rapid cracking, that's the point when you're probably at a good temperature to pull it off. Now, you can stop and start it back up again. I do that. So this temperature gauge says we're at 406 right now. But it should be increasing. That's why I'm a little leery about that actual temperature. But I'm just going to go with it. You know, I'm going to know when it has the sound that it's starting to burn and the smell that it's starting to burn. So I'm just going to pay attention to it because I want to get it to a nice 430 to 35 degrees. That's the area I like temperature-wise for a good medium dark. Just depends on the beans and how the drying process was done with the bean. And you know, there's all different kinds of things you can do to help the flavor when you're roasting coffee. You can slow it down by turning the burner off and letting it roast without heat. That's going to help with a different flavor profile. Adding air, since this drum has slots in it, you can add air to it by blowing a fan on it, but you don't want to blow your fan out or your flame out. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because I see that this thing is right at 432. .436. So I am going to go ahead and call this done and hope for the best. It's just one of those things you just never know until you take it. So I have some pliers here to open this door. Now I've been monitoring. Oh yeah, it looks good. I've been monitoring this roaster on Amazon, because I tell people it's, you know, you can get it on Amazon, and then they didn't have it. They have a different one available. Then I was watching this, and all of a sudden there was one available, and I thought that was really weird. But there was multiple different sellers that had it. They were different sellers, there was different shipping times, there was different shipping costs. You know, it was all basically about the same price, about $140. Okay, so now we're just going to do the cooling process and the dechafing process. We want to get rid of the chafe, which is basically the dry shell, dry skin of the bean. As it was roasting, it expands and that shell comes off. And you're going to see it flying out as I do this, and as I lose some beans here. Okay, so I need to transfer this into two. It's really hard to do this with one. It's too much for one of these colanders. It's 2 pounds. And so we're cooling and dechafing, getting rid of the skin. And that's what's flying out on the top there. So we're going to shake this batch. And this is kind of why you don't want to do it in your house. I mean, you could, but you need a really good exhaust fan because it's just going to smoke and this chafe is going to make a mess. I don't even really like doing it in my garage so much because it makes such a mess in there. I mean, I use my blower and I just blow the chafe out. But, you know, I have the garage door open when I do it for air, and still just a messy process right here. And this is you know, the worst part of roasting coffee at home, the dechafing and the cooling process, because it's just messy. On top of the smokiness you're going to get, from the beans roasting. I don't know if you've ever been by a place where they roast coffee. There's a couple that I drive by, and if I'm driving by, you know, while I'm working, and if I drive by it, you know, like right when they released a batch, you could just see this, you know, big cloud of, you know, smoke coming out of their exhaust fan, and you could smell it really strong. Smells so good. And you know, there's a difference between different roasters. You know, when you go by Starbucks and they're roasting coffee, you just smell nothing but burnt coffee. It's so terrible. Their coffee is so nasty. I you know, I'm not a fan of Starbucks. If you've watched my streams before, I need to move this out of the way or hold this over here. Otherwise, all this is going to blow in there. But there's another place that roasts coffee that's like a generic roasting place. They roast it for a lot of the stores and things like that. And they do like the house roast. And, you know, you can smell the different flavors that they're creating. You know, they mix in whatever the vanillas and I don't know, all the flavors, chocolates and mints and nuts and I don't know, whatever. Now I was going to do some roasting as the weather gets better here, where I was going to do some of that infusing of different flavors. You know, it's a really simple process. I mean, I haven't done it before because I'm not really into the flavored coffees, but I was going to do it for the, you know, for the channel here and the experience, you know, and talk about it. Because you guys know I can talk. So, getting pretty close here. I was going to roast 2 batches today, but I just don't have time. Everything that's going on. So there we go. It's a nice medium. I wouldn't say medium dark, but I'd call it more medium, more of a city roast. It's hard for me to do this and look at the camera there. Let me try this camera over here. How's that? Oh, shoot. Yeah, kind of getting a little bit of glare off this. There's no sun out, but you can see on the camera here, it looks like there's a little bit of a glare coming off of it. Get a little closer. You should get the idea. It's a pretty good roast. It's pretty even. So I'm going to call it for this week's roast right there. Sorry my little technical difficulties on my camera, but that's the thing about doing live is, you know, you get what you get. I do most of my YouTube stuff live now just because I just like doing it, and live is, it's real, you know, it's what's really happening. I mean, if I had a batch catch on fire, you would see it live. I have had that happen before. That's another reason why I like to do it outside, because if something goes haywire and I'm not paying attention and the beans catch on fire, I can just go over and dump them in the sand and bury them. You know, throw dirt on top of it to smother it. And if you get your temperature too high on the roast, you know, over 470 is where you're gonna start running into that problem. But yeah, once you start having that temperature get too high, it is going to catch on fire. So anyways, that's roasting. Let's see, what did that take me? It took me about, oh shoot, I don't even know what time I started. But it took about 20 minutes, I think, from beginning to end, you know, even with the cooling and the de-chafing. I'll probably shake these a little bit more. So Sweet Maria's is a good resource online to get all your information. You know, I don't get any kickback from them telling you to use them or anything like that. It's just where I go to get it. There's many resources online, but I know Sweet Maria's is going to have a lot of the things to help you get started. They're going to have different kinds of roasters that you can do at home. There are roasting machines you can get that you can do indoors. My son has one. I think he says he can do a half a pound at a time with it, and he roasts. It's an indoor roaster. I do this because this holds 2 pounds, and that's what I need to last me for 2 weeks. That way I'm not out here. I used to roast 1 pound every week, and you know, I got things to do. So that's why I'm glad I went to this bigger roaster here, and now I do 2 pounds, and it lasts for 2 weeks. I mean, I like roasting. I enjoy doing it. But sometimes, you know, I get busy. Anyways, great hobby to start, great hobby to try out. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.